The wrestling business is a unique one, with all kinds of characters and people. While some of these characters are role models, others are not. Here are 10 popular wrestlers who are in fact jerks in real life. Kevin Nash. To this day, people label Kevin Nash as one of the worst culprits of backstage politics, as he made many enemies in his time. On top of that, Nash was recently arrested for getting into a drunken altercation with his own son. To make matters even worse, Nash has shown hostility towards wrestling fans, which is often shown on his social media accounts. Melina. In her short stint with WWE, Melina defined what it was to be a backstage diva. She was known most notably for her affair with Batista. While she was in a relationship with Johnny Nitro, of course, really, she did nothing but cause trouble during her stint in WWE. As many as 6 female performers had run-ins with her. One of those performers was Brooke Adams, and she said Melina was such a rude fake bitch to everyone. Ouch. JBL. JBL was known as a backstage bully his entire wrestling career. Plenty of former talents have accused Bradshaw of beating on new talent in the ring, while kissing ass to rise the WWE ladder. He targeted wrestlers he didn't like backstage and was also accused of being a homophobe and a racist too. While he played a bully character on screen, that's not a good look for a former world champion in the WWE. Bubba Ray Dudley. Despite teaming up with one of the nicest guys in pro wrestling, Bubba has always been labeled a jerk, even by his own admission. He was constantly rude to fans and actually became famous for his treatment of fans in ECW, though that was all an act. Many stars have also claimed that he was extremely disliked backstage, and he was accused of bullying the new, younger talents, regardless of what company he was in. Randy Orton. Randy Orton infamously snapped at Kofi Kingston on screen, but his temper was even worse backstage. He has been sent home from a tour for trashing a hotel room, and his lack of anger management has led to several superstars being berated backstage by the Viper. Orton has been suspended several times for wellness policy violations, making him quite unreliable as well as a jerk, especially since he called out Lesnar for his violation. Hardcore Holly. Holly was famous for being an old school guy backstage, which most took as being a horrible jerk. This manifested many times with young performers such as Brock Lesnar or Rennie Dupree, who took most of Holly's abuse. Dupree forgot to pay a parking ticket for the veteran, and it cost him when the two were booked in a match together. Holly threatened to kill Dupree and kicked him in the head 15 to 20 times during their match, with a steel cap wrestling boot on. Ouch! Triple H. Triple H made many enemies during his rise to the top of the WWE ladder, especially since he married the boss's daughter, Stephanie McMahon. Many wrestlers have voiced their negative opinions about how the game became a main eventer, saying he only got there since he was dating the billionaire princess. He also refused to put over younger wrestlers and sabotage performers who were a threat to him. Well done. Hulk Hogan. While Hulk Hogan is the face of professional wrestling, countless stories have emerged about his horrible nature backstage, which helped him keep that spot. He was constantly selfish, greedy, and accused of backstage politicking more than any other star in wrestling. Recently, Hogan was blacklisted from the WWE for racist remarks made years ago, and he was removed from the WWE Hall of Fame. Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon has a laundry list of offenses, as he stepped on countless people to get his company to the top. From the Montreal Screwjob to allegedly illegally distributing steroids to his performers, it is somewhat shocking that McMahon is still in the position that he's in. He also takes pleasure in wrestlers kissing his butt on air and has been accused of sexual harassment several times. That's a lot of complaints. New Jack. New Jack is the definition of a wrestling jerk, and there are many incidents that prove this. He has been jailed for stabbing a wrestler 14 times, but somehow this wasn't his most heinous act. That was the famous scaffold incident, where he and Vic Grimes fell to the floor from the scaffold, missing the tables that were there to break their fall. Upset about the first fall, he pushed Grimes off the higher scaffold in a rematch, hoping to injure or kill him. Like we said, the definition of a true jerk in the wrestling business. That's it for our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Sportster on YouTube. And remember, if you see one of these guys in real life, do your best to stay clear of them, especially New Jack.